This video is being made to show you examples of how you can increase the rate of dissolving of a solid in a solvent such as water. The first thing we can do is we can make sure that the solute that we're using has an increased surface area. For the purpose of this demonstration, I will be using this salt that you would buy at the store. And so this salt has been crushed up into small pieces. So you can see that I have some bits and pieces of salt that are going inside there, and it's very, very fine. Okay, so I'll pour this in there. So that's one way to make sure that you don't want to use big chunks of salt in there. That would take too long for it to dissolve. The second thing you could do is you could agitate it. And by agitating, that's just a fancy word for stirring. We use a glass stirring rod in order to dissolve the salt in the water. Right now I can still feel the salt at the very bottom. Or if I want to be a little bit fancy, what I can do is I can use something that's called a stirring rod, like this, a magnetic stirring rod. So I'll put that in there, and I will go ahead and I will turn the magnet that's on the bottom of this stir plate, and you can see the salt starting to move. In order for you to see this a little bit better, I will use food coloring so you can see how the stirring is taking place. So I will use green food coloring, and then I will turn up the speed of my stir bar. Third thing you could do is you could turn on the heat on a hot plate, and by doing that you're increasing the molecular motions of the salt particles and the water in the beaker. Fourth, you could add more solvent. I didn't leave myself a whole lot of room with this beaker, but if I add more solvent, if I add more water, in other words, if I was to dilute it, I would have more water particles to dissolve the salt. And of course I can turn up the speed of my stir bar if I'd like to, or I could slow it down if I'd like to as well. This is my demonstration on how to increase the rates of dissolving. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.